G'day, it's the Overlander here, and I'm going to show you my backpack filmmaking gear list. Pretty much today you can travel carrying all your broadcast quality film gear in your carry-on luggage. So I can fit my computer in that, my camera, so it's a great little piece of kit. I also travel with a field bag, just a little camera bag, very plain looking, black, and I can fit my camera, and if I'm out in the field I can have everything in that plain looking camera bag. I use a MacBook Pro. I use Final Cut Pro to edit, but you can use iMovie. I use Soundtrack Pro for my music production using loops, but you can use GarageBand. With Final Cut Pro, you can, iDVD, you can do your DVDs, your compression for the internet, everything on the Mac. I also travel with a external hard drive to put all my video footage on that. I also have DVD, so if I ever finish a project, I master it to a DVD. That way, if this breaks down, the external hard drive, or someone nicks my laptop, I've got a backup of everything I do. Let's move on to the camera. Pretty much the lightest high-definition broadcast quality camera around. It's funny, I've got a lot of mates who work in video production, and it seems when you get a brand, when you like a brand, you tend to stick with it. And I like the glass in front of the Canons. This has got a 20 times zoom lens, so I can film across the street, get some candid shots. It does the job, but one of the faults of these smaller cameras, they don't have a shoulder mount, so I've actually had to build my own, the shoulder lander, and I can mount that on a tripod. It's a lightweight bit of kit, and it just means I can get steadier shots. So moving on to tripod. Most professional tripods are up around the 2-3 kilo range. You don't want to be lugging around a big tripod. This one does the job. It hasn't got a proper fluid head, but it does the job. And one of the great things with Final Cut Pro is there's a filter called Smooth Cam, and so I can get my over-the-top shots. I can use it like a Steadicam and get Steadicam shots. So it does the job. You don't want to be lugging around heavy gear, climbing mountains or whatever. That one does the job. Let's move on to sound. Shotgun mic, fantastic. The great thing about this also is that I can record my voiceovers with it. So I can plug my camera into the computer via Firewire and set this to 25 dB and put it in nice and close and get some really nice clean voiceover. Works really well. I also travel with a lapel mic. What I've done with that is I've cut a pen lid in half and put that on the end of the mic. So then I can put that under people's clothing, gaffer it in, put it under their clothing, cut any wind noise if I'm in a windy environment. It is an Omni mic though, so you will pick up a bit of ambient noise around. So that's where the shotgun comes in handy, because it just picks up directly in front. So you've got odds and bods, leads and battery chargers. You basically need all that. Let's move on to lighting. I have this on-camera light. I'm actually going to replace this soon. There's some great LED light solutions available now, which just use AA batteries. A lot lighter than this one, but if you're filming at night, if you're filming indoors, lighting is going to make your productions all the more better, all the more professional looking. A simple reflector, which as it looks like, it is a car windscreen reflector. If you're filming in the midday, you can put a bit of light on people to get rid of the shadows under their eyes. If the sun's behind them, you can bounce some light into their face so they're not silhouetted. Handy bit of kit. An essential part of kit, polarising filter. If you're filming on the water, if you're filming in the snow, anywhere where there's a lot of reflection through a window and you want to cut the glare, the polarising filter must have part of your kit. Other odds and bods, I have a still camera that I use just for production shots or whatever. A good set of cans, good set of headphones, essential for monitoring your sound. You want to be doing that. Get in the habit of doing that. A hoodman, just to put on my LCD so I can cut any glare or whatever and see exactly what's happening on the LCD, frame my shots, and a release form. So anyone you interview, you really should get them to sign a release form, just so you don't get into any trouble in the future. And also it means you've got the correct spelling of their name, email addresses, things like that, so you can get in contact with them in the future. And finally, the travel hat. I always have the travel hat when I'm travelling. It's got an Australian design, so people can sort of know where I am, and I usually grow a stupid-looking mustache. So there you go. In this day and age, you can travel the world with a broadcast-quality filmmaking kit that you can fit in your carry-on luggage. Fantastic. Hope to see you on the road. Adios.